Hey everybody, it's Mark Ruggiero, Clark Commando, 1983, and I just thought that I would do a short video on my some of my World War One books. Been kind of getting in the mood of maybe doing some Der Weltkrieg or GMT Deluxe Great War in Europe. Also going to be doing some point a learn to play this little thing in the trenches from Tiny Battle Publishing. But I don't know. I just got in the mood. Said, you know what? I'm gonna go grab some of my World War One books. I need to pick one to read. This is supposed to be a really excellent book here. It's Martin Gilbert, The First World War. It's like a general history. You've seen it before, so I won't spend a lot of time on it. But I have that. I'm trying to flip it over. Here we go. Just give you a little bit. It covers the war, and it's a kind of a general history. But it's supposed to be really good. Then, of course, got Crowns in the Gutter, Strategic Analysis of World War I from Ted Rosier, really well-known game designer. But it's, I've read parts of it. It's not great on the maps, but it's got some, a lot of good information in it. And it's Ted Rosier, which I love his games. And then I recently picked this up. I don't know, it looked interesting. Nick Lloyd, The Western Front, 1914 to 18. Of course, that covers the Western Front. And it's a really pretty new book, I believe. It's copyright 2021. So, there again, thinking about doing Der Weltkrieg or the Great War in Europe eventually. Among others, also have had this one for a while. I've read off and on. Another general history of the Great War by Croutwell. And just to show how varied my interests are in World War One, which I do, you know, I'm like a lot of you, I focus mainly on World War II, got American Civil War, but I love my books. I don't know about you, but this one looks really good. I think I'm going to probably read a General War book first. It looks like I started this one at some point. Got a bookmark in it. Love my bookmarks, but haven't read it, but I got it for general interest. The White War, Life and Death in the Italian Front from 1915 to 19 by Mark Thompson. I'm Italian, but I picked this up at a bookstore, obviously somewhere. I don't know about you guys, but I got a lot of books. Way too many. But I do love my books. Said that a few times. But anyways, as I go through these books, if you know anything about them, you know, leave in the comments. You thought, they're good, they stink, you know. I found this one. An Author Guild backprint edition, The German High Command at War, Hindenburg and Ludendorff, Conduct of World War One. There again, no idea if it's any good. It just looked interesting, so I picked it up. Who knows when. So Asprey, it looks like, is the guy that wrote it, former Marine Corps officer. But anyways, look forward to reading that. I have some other books I'm not going to show you that I have on the Psalm. So here's two that really interest me, and I got them just based on, because I believe they're based on not American writers, just based on the norm, which I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Jorn Leonhard, translated by Patrick Kamiller. Okay, so Pandoras Box, but History of the First World War. I thought it would be, there's the original sales slip. Where did I buy this at? Let's see. Barnes & Noble. And I bought it in 2019. Okay. So I've had this for a while. It cost me like $40. I don't know about you, but sometimes I get in a bookstore and I'll just be like, oh, that looks interesting. So anyways, Pandoras Box. It was Harvard University Press. Let's see if it's got a date in here. Well, anyways, it's a very long book, dense. I don't know that it has a lot of illustrations, if any. It doesn't look like it has any maps or illustrations, but Pandora's Box, A History of the First World War. Mainly got it because I thought, oh, that looks really kind of cool, actually. So, and then this one I'm really interested in, and I'm hoping that maybe some of you can tell me if it's any good. I've read some reviews. They're, again, pretty dense book. But Ring of Steel, Germany and Austria-Hungary in World War One. It's another, I like big, long books. This looks like it's a little over 700 and something pages. But I believe it's just written from the perspective. It is about, for the Central Powers, the First World War started with high hopes for an easy victory, but those hopes soon deteriorated as Germany's attack on France failed. Austria-Hungary's army suffered catastrophic losses, and Britain's ruthless blockade brought both nations to the brink of starvation. The Central Powers and their allies are trapped in an ever-tightening ring of steel. In this compelling history, he retells the war from the perspective of its losers, just not the leaders in Berlin, but the people of Central Europe. The world shattered their society, destroyed their states, and imparted a poisonous legacy of bitterness and violence. A major revelation of the First World War. It's essential for anyone seeking to understand the last century of European history. So anyways, looks kind of interesting. Like I said, a lot of times, we get to read the perspective of the history of the victors. So since this covers the losers, maybe it has a better perspective. But I would like to read it. I've had some good stuff about this for a while, printed in 2014. But anyway, that's it. I do have some other books on the Somme. Another title of the Kaiser's Army, a couple of Osprey general histories. But anyways, thanks for joining me. And hopefully you got some benefit out of this. I just wanted to do a video. So have a great night. Thanks. Bye.